on the side. And yep, Dad is back. Dad is back. Mama's back. That was for all the Big Brother 10 fans out there. Now, Team GB may not have won gold today, but if there were a medal for every time we took the piss out of a housemate, we would be draped in a Union Jack, running and crying around a stadium as we speak. I don't know where they find these people to actually do this. But there isn't, so we better get started. Now, it appears that Luke A has been having premonitions. Check this out.
Do you remember last year when they, the parents and family voted for him?
Imagine his fucking parents nominated for him.
Yeah. There will be more on that. I've had a pulley tooth and I can't speak. There will be more on that later on. I was about to say it again. First up, though, shall we meet our panel?
Yeah!
Yeah, let's do it. OK, so she was here 2 weeks ago and she's come back for more, which is awesome because it means we haven't deeply offended someone. It's the lovely Angelica Bell. Joining her, 3 weeks once described him as an urban, moronic, hedonistic, hilarious clown. Hang on, guys. I am not talking about Jamie East. It is, of course, comedian Jacob Edwards. And finally, talking of moronic clowns, yes, this time I do mean the man who is sitting over there with unruly hair and ridiculous trousers. It's Jamie East! Jamie's super fans I almost touched her boobs then. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. Right, OK. Now, last night, we revealed this week's nominations twist. It was a bit on the side exclusive, which is #OVS. Tonight, we'll be bringing you the results. It is going to be interesting. But before we do, we should get talking about the show we just watched, shouldn't we?
Yeah.
And I should learn how to talk. I've had 3 days off and I don't know what I'm doing. So, Angelica, it seems pretty relaxed in the house for once. Do you think we finally have a happy house?
I think tonight's show showed that they actually can be quite nice, because over the last few weeks they have been a bit vile to each other, let's be honest. It's been uncomfortable viewing and some harsh things have been said. So it's quite clever what Big Brother did. You know, they had to bond and sort of played on their vulnerable
They did it
points.
well.
Yeah, they did it really well. The confession box was genius.
We're going to talk about the confessions box in just a minute. Jamie, do you think the niceness has anything to do with the looming nominations process that they were all going through last night?
Well, they've talked about it quite a lot. I think it does a little bit, because it's always on their minds kind of Sunday night. But I also think, again, the confessions box thing, it made people think about what they've done and seek redemption for their bad, nasty acts.
Yeah.
Do you think that they probably thought that housemates were watching and they should say the right thing as well?
Well, I think Big Brother has caught them out a few times, so they probably don't know who's watching and, you know, what's going to happen.
Yeah.
But I do think they actually did take the time, like Jamie said, to think about what was being said and what they were saying and reflecting on their behaviour.
They were all sitting on the naughty step for a while, having a think about what they'd done.
Yes.
Totally.
Jacob, going back to the happiness of the house and how unusual it is, do you think Caroline's departure has anything to do with it?
Yeah, I think everyone is jacked up on sugar. I think that's...
They are, aren't they? It's all down to Caroline.
I think nominations are null and void. I would just be an angry bear if I'd had that much sugar over the course of 3 days. I think the house has lost its kind of pantomime villain.
Yes.
So I think a lot of other kind of simmering dislikes for different people are kind of coming out. Because she was like the focus, wasn't
like
she?
who?
Like, I think Luke A is coming out of it quite badly at the moment.
OK. We've got more to see on Luke A little bit later on. It seems the harmony continued this morning as shock horror. They haven't been arguing at all. Take a look at this never-before-seen footage.
Looks like it's going to be an amazing day.
I know. I think it's a bit earlier today because my sunbed isn't in the...
Oh.
It isn't in the sun. Normally, all 3 of the sunbeds are in the sun. And today it's not.
Just touch them, they're still wet.
I think we should have a bit of a rain.
Yeah. Oh, God, I've got so really bad farts today. What's wrong?
Have you? Brilliant.
I think it's all roast.
Yeah, it probably is.
Roast dinners do that to me as well. Guys, is the harmony going to last in a house?
Of course it's not going to last. It actually made a very pleasant change to see a very harmonic, happy house.
Yeah.
And it was an enjoyable episode to watch. But there's no way it's going to last. As soon as they know he's up for nomination, it's all going to kick off.
So you think, as Jacob said, the simmering that's happening is
Yeah, it's
suddenly
only
going to
temporary. It's only
explode?
temporary because most of them are all dislikable characters. You can name on one hand who you like, and it's all going to kick off.
Anybody think the harmony will last? Oh, we have one positive thinking gentleman in the audience.
I think it's going to be a bit strategic now we're approaching the final. People are going to be a bit nicer to each other. They want the votes. They want to stay in. They don't want to be nominated. So I think a few of them could be a bit nicer than they otherwise would have been.
Good point. That's a good point. That's a good point. Especially Connor. I think Connor's playing a good game. He's been really nice because there's no... Like, I wanted him out a few weeks back, but even this week I was thinking, oh, well, you know, he even massaged Dina's hand, you know. He's making little steps,
He's been
steps.
sitting back a bit, hasn't he? And he's mentioned a couple of times he just sits back and he watches everything happen and watches it all unfold.
Those two are desperate to apologise to each other. They're
This
desperate
is
to
your thing, isn't it,
my
Jamie?
theory. Connor and Dina are so close to actually just really getting to grips with it and apologising to each other. I think Connor's is
afraid
desperate to apologise.
But I think he's afraid. He's afraid he'll actually get on with Dina.
He needs.
He'll look
Do you
like a
think?
complete idiot, won't he?
But I think
Because there's no reason to not get on with Dina. She seems like a nice girl who, you know, we've watched her for however many weeks now, but he just won't let it go.
No.
Yeah. But I think he knows that he has to, and if he does, it's anyone's game because you know after his comments earlier on in the series, he was stuffed. But he really needs to get over that, and he needs to tell her what he's done and apologise to her.
Yeah.
And then it's an open ballpark.
OK, Jacob, what did you make to Ashley's reaction to Luke S's confession? He finally did it!
I think Ashley is someone who listens and then goes away into a dark corner and kind of computes what has actually gone in.
I don't think she does listen.
Do you think that she knew what he'd said? Did she get it?
No, not at all.
He did it in a very, very sneaky and brilliant way, though.
He brushed over it, didn't
he's kind of, oh, you'll never guess what I said. I just said this thing about Peter and Jordan and Mark Wright, and it was ever so funny. I feel a bit like I might come across a bit bad. What he forgot to say is that the bit where he said he just went in there and get with any old bird.
Yeah.
Didn't mention that bit, funnily enough.
Yeah, he didn't actually say what happened.
No.
He sort of skirted her and she's like, oh, what?
And then I think she thinks it's a photo shoot, doesn't she?
Yeah.
She mentioned a shoot, so who knows what she thinks. Do you think he was right, though, to confess to her, Angelica?
Yeah, because he started panicking because he knows who's watching Big Brother's confession box. I think he's worried that'll come out, and I think he cares what people think of him. He's really showy.
Yeah.
That's why he's got his, you know, the lip mark on his bicep.
Yeah.
He wants to win it badly.
Yeah.
And he's not going to win it if people think he's been a complete knob.
Yeah.
I think that whole...
Jacob, what do you make to Ashley having elocution lessons?
Elocutional.
I just love the way she talks. I think she kind of starts talking, and there's like a noise that comes out. And then every so often there is a thought from her brain which kind of interrupts the noise that's coming out of her mouth. I think it would be a shame. I think she's the most genuine person in there, and I think she's great, and I think she should just stick to what she's got.
I did kind of buy her apology as well this evening. I think it seemed really genuine.
Yeah.
I think it shows her to being a nice girl. Very quickly, what was your little comment then?
Oh, God, I can't remember. Oh, yeah, they could make a whole show about her
About
having
Ashley
elocution lessons. Yeah.
So that's what this lot have got to say. But if there's something that you guys would like to get off your chest, then Jamie is going to be in the phone room, and he is happy to lend an ear. Look how happy this little face is. Look how happy it is. Oh, it's really happy. Right, after the break, we'll be revealing the results of this week's nominations. I haven't put my belt on and my jeans are falling down. But if you can't wait until then, head to the website where you can find out who is up for eviction right now. So we'll see you in a bit.